I love when guys do what they have always done when people seem to forget year after year. He's an elite player, and he continues to figure out ways to get it done when no matter what. So it was a big day. We needed that again from him, and he's leading us.
Mike, how important?
Yeah. Well, he's just a guy. He goes out there. I mean, he's been hit a bunch of times. I'm sure he doesn't feel perfect. Hit too many times, but I'll tell you what, he leads by going back out there all the time and playing the way that he plays. But I think we've had this discussion before. Every one of those guys is banged up, and that's just it's part of the satisfaction. There's something sick about that, but it is part of the satisfaction of pushing through that stuff for your team. And Matt's been a warrior in that department.
Mike, how important was it for Lackey after had the rough second inning to snap back into place and give you a good out?
Yeah, we could have been in a tough spot there. I mean, we sent with Greenwood going out and some of the other guys that can soak up some innings. We had arms down there. We'd have been fine going through it, but we would have gone through a bunch of them. And John settled down and had some real nice innings in the middle. And and he looked like he had a better rhythm at any point right there at the end. But it was a great day. We needed him to do that, not just for the bullpen, but to keep us in the game. And the guys just kind of kept that. All right, let's just keep chipping away here, and that's fun to watch. He's sore. They went through a bunch of tests already. The doctors already got to him, and there wasn't signs of concussion, but there were no signs of concussion. Had a couple different doctors look at him already, so I'm sure tomorrow he'll be a little sore. Probably bring the doctors back in tomorrow and reevaluate, but good news on the initial report. Yeah, and that's a lot of guys get them is when their head hits it on the backside. But he was going all out. He knew how important that out was, and fighting the sun almost made a really nice catch.
They described Adams trying to make the most without his best. Similar kind of comparison to how Holliday has gone through this season. There's a veteran who knows what he's got and is just trying to make the most of not feeling at his best.
I'll fight you on that a little bit too, only because I don't know of anybody that's had more hard outs than this guy too. He's squaring balls up, can't necessarily control where they end up or how the defense plays them. The results-wise, I think that's probably valid to go that direction, that he's not getting the results, but he keeps just figuring out a way to get it done. He's been getting big hits for us. But now's, when you kind of see the cream rise, and that's what Matt's doing.
There's some 2-year-old successor, and then again today with 2 outs, and that's sort of the constant if you're looking for one of the offense.
Yeah, I think we had so many people tell us all season that we couldn't do what happened last year, and not that that's what we're aiming for, but there's no reason why we can't believe in a good approach and the talent that we have in that room can go out there and somehow make things happen in tough situations. And you have men in scoring position with 2 outs. It's a tough situation, and you got to be mentally tough. You have to have a lot of faith in your approach and in your ability, and you can't let people talk us out of that, because I think our club will continue to be a team that does that very well.
We've asked you one of the questions in the second half, but I guess this season it's 40 saves. How big is that number?
That's a huge number, and it's been a lot of work to get him there on his part. He's just continuing to answer the bell, and he comes out and has a nice outing here today. The first one didn't go, but he's been on the shelf here for a little while, and it's been nice. We needed to give him a little time, and I'm going to have to try to continue to be careful with how we use him. But he should be very proud of what he's been able to do this season.
What do you think is the biggest difference from Trevor since save 1 and save 4?
I think he's pitching a little more. I think save 1, he's probably just rearing back and letting it eat. I think he's developed a changeup that's very effective, and he's smarter with his breaking ball, and he's very aware of certain hitters that he does not want to have beat him with less than his best pitch, and his best pitch could be one of those 2 we just mentioned, and I think that just comes with experience. Yeah, not a surprise to us. I mean, how many big hits have we seen this guy have in and it's not quite September yet, but he seems to be able to get them done as far as big hits go when we get down to the stretch. And it's nice to be able to bring him in there and also know we've got the defensive side taken care of. They got here right at game time. Yeah, he got fined for missing the anthem, but besides that, he was all good.
Do you waive that fine?
No.
Why do you suppose he's a better player, if that's right, at this time of the year than maybe some other time?
I don't know. That's something you can quantify. But what we've seen is he doesn't scare in big situations, and he doesn't get too high, too low. We've seen, post-game interview against Washington. It just looked like another day at the office, and that's I think that lends itself well to him and his success. But, he just doesn't try to do more than what he can.
Did Lyons outing yesterday not just benefit you for last night, but maybe benefit you some for today where you didn't have to chew through your bullpen?
Yeah, we chewed a little bit. We had most of them hot at a certain point, and after a doubleheader yesterday where most of them, if they didn't get in the game, they were hot. Those things do add up, and we're talking about now until 15th of September till we have an off day. So they've been working, all of them, but got a couple arms possibly en route to help at some point, and bringing in Seagrass today, and he's live and feeling good. That helps as well, but. They've all done a nice job picking each other up.
What big guy you want to sort out with Castro?
They're just talking.
Did they get it figured out?
They must have, yeah.
Lackey follow up then with a secondary conversation?
I think Lackey initiated that conversation, and Yachty helped summarize.
What do you think of your first baseman today?
I felt just like we talk about Kozma coming into the game, I felt very, very comfortable with Danny out there. And, he's getting big at-bats and getting the little things done, getting the bunt there down that turned into a hit. But, he's another guy though in that same category, late in the year, this time of the season. We can count on him. He's going to do something for us.
Mike, what goes into the decision to bring in Kozma at that point and not bring in Adams?
But I don't want Adams leading off. Gives an opportunity to get a little good speed, and Pete's not just speed, he's a very, very good base runner. And then you have the opportunity to use Adams either in the pitcher's hole, or if we sacrifice in that situation using Borges, and then we can use Adams in Grichuk's spot.
What has Johnny Peralta meant to this team?
Just been solid all season long. Yeah, some of those plays he makes, like the one he made today, the short hop, the soft liner, he makes that look so easy with a fast runner. He gets rid of it and throws it on the money. He's been great all year.
Do you anticipate an insurance move tomorrow just because of Colton to get another infielder up here?
I think we're okay right now.
How tough a call is that have Wisconsin on 2 strikes?
I know he's going to get it down. He's one of the best bunters we have on our team, and I know he wants to get it down in that situation too. I feel good with him up there swinging the bat, but in that situation, we got an opportunity to get lineup turned over and a couple guys that can drive in runs. I want to get him to third base.